these are hilarious. These are supposed to be the ch-ch like on the muted guitar strings. And instead it's like someone's turned up in their car like honk honk. Perfect. That's great. That's maybe our best one yet. It's so fast. So fast. The vocals are so bad. I want to mute the word gun like it does in the music video. Hopefully that's the right word.
Her boyfriend's a dick, and he brings gun to school and
oh no, I missed the censoring of gun.
My ass if he knew the truth, he lives on my block.
Oh my god.
Cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. Yeah, I'm just a teenage
Oh, it's not good. It's not good.
Baby.
Oh my god. To the wimpiest guitar. Alright, it's the girl part. I'm kind of dreading this now. I don't think this is going to be good.
I've got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Come with me Friday.
Oh my god. Damn, we just go harder than I remember.
Doesn't know what she's missing.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my god. That slowdown at the end. That was something. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of recognizable.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling.
Yeah.
Get a feeling that I never.
Why are my vocals so bad?
No, I get a good feeling. Yeah.
That's so bad every time.
Get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
It's just the cursed banger. I mean, the structure is there. The bones of the song are there. God. That synth is so aggressive. I don't think I can do this again. It's so bad. Oh no.
Slip inside the eye of your
That's not bad.
mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play?
Clapping coming up. We go.
I'm gonna start a revolution from my bed. Cause you said the brains I had went to my head. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. Cause you ain't ever gonna burn my heart out.
Here it comes, the chorus. Here we go.
So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as she's walking on by.
Alright, guitar solo. Here we go. Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
At least not today.
I mean, this rendition isn't far off of what I've heard people singing outside pubs before. The notes are not correct. One slight issue with this track. Some of the vocals are in Korean. And I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to handle that yet.
I was a ghost, I was alone. Something in Korea. Got a problem, child, cause I got too wild. But now that's how I'm getting paid. Being Korean on stage. You could tell even I found myself funny there. Being Korean on stage. It's such a bad joke. Like I'm born to be. Oh, that's not bad. I've actually got some like unintentional harmonies in there. It's a little bit pitchy there. We're going up, up, up. It's they're very underwhelming. It's supposed to be like the big epic chorus, and it's like up, up, up with our voices. Something in Korean. Gonna be golden. Waited so long to bring these. It's like a real like just dubstep moment out of nowhere. Feel like me. No more hiding. That breath in. Like I'm born I mean, this part isn't. If it had a good singer over it, wouldn't be too bad. Can you tell that I am not a singer? Be honest. We're going up, up, up with our voices. Something in Korean. I think that was a valid way around not knowing the Korean parts. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Why? Why is it so bad? Oh my god. Coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. It just sounds like a really bad MIDI. It's like the worst karaoke version you've ever heard. So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with taking Alright, can the chorus redeem it? Let's hear it. You never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get the game on, go play. Why is it so bad? Why is it scary? It's not supposed to be scary. Whistling. Go to the moon. Go to the moon. This isn't bad. The DJ scratching, that's pretty spot on. Go to the moon. And then it's back to this. It's like final level boss music. God, the ending is so abrupt. It's... Okay, the start is alright. Can't go too badly wrong with just some drums. This is where it goes wrong. Oh no, it was... Okay, it's actually, other than the really grating guitar... I got my head checked. Let's listen to just these bits. The honks are back. That's not bad. Getting that bass part. It's appropriately heavy. I think that's pretty good. I got my head done. Okay, I take it back. It's got a few problems. It's not my problem. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, the timing gets progressively worse on the yes. Yeah, yeah. God. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing? The vibe is completely wrong. It's so calm. The original is so much faster and so much more energetic than this. It's like ding 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 ding. And instead we've got it all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. There we go. That's more like it. Paranoid, or am I just stoned? Okay, it's kind of. Hello everyone. Welcome in this evening. Let me sort out all my windows. I've got too many things open. Hello, welcome in. Hello, Samit.
Lovely to have you here as always. Tonight, we are going to be recreating Backstreet Boys. My laptop will be muted as always. I won't be able to hear anything that's going on. We're going to be recreating I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys. That's the plan. We got lots of vocals to do this evening. So I guess we should just get started straight away. It's already 20 past 10 here in the UK. So we need to get a move on if we don't want to be recording vocals too late into the night. I feel like maybe what we need to do is get a sort of a rough outline of the song, record the vocals, and then we'll go back in and add all the like little details here and there. But I think just getting down like the guitars, some of the drums will be enough to see us through. Happy Halloween. Welcome in, Staley. Lovely to see you. We've picked a very Halloweeny song. Super appropriate. Obviously, Scooby-Doo went out on the channel earlier today. That was my Halloween celebration. Welcome in, Abelina? I don't know. Hopefully one of those is right. Explodo, hello, welcome in. Lovely to see you all, as always. I should have been dressed up for this live. I know. I'm not committed at all. Backstreet Boys was my very, very first ever concert back in 1997. Oh no. Yeah, Backstreet Boys feels like a first concert sort of boy band. Right, let's get straight into it. We need some guitars. Octorob, hello, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Right, this song starts acoustic guitar, like a little picking arpeggio. Ding 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 ding. We're gonna try our best to find some kind of sample that fits the bill. Oh my god, the doors are slamming. It's windy tonight apparently. Right, acoustic guitar arpeggio. And let's see what we find. There's ghosts in the house, slamming the doors. Ideally, we want something close to our tempo. And ideally, we want something in F sharp minor. That would be great. F sharp minor. BPM range of 80 to 120. We've got electric guitar loop. I would like acoustic. Even once I filter it specifically to acoustic, we're still getting electric, but that's fine. We can deal with that. Acoustic guitar pyramids. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to open this door. Otherwise it's gonna keep slamming itself shut all night. There we go, that should be better. Edward, welcome on in. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Glad you enjoy the videos. Okay, this one could be good. Guitar acoustic finger-picked. Obion. Don't know what that means. But this is the first one that's been like specifically saying it's finger-picked or some kind of picking pattern. So that fills me with hope. All these other ones, for all I know, they're like full-on chords. Some of them are electric guitars. Just having a look to see if there's any other names that imply finger-picking or arpeggios. And there's not really many, if any. So maybe we will just go with that. This one does say acoustic arp Inverness. Nice Scottish guitar. Twilight scene change vibes. Oh, I'm not sure that's exactly what we want for this. But you never know. Brickle Ages, hello, welcome on in. Glad to catch your stream. Always been curious about the process on these. It's certainly something. I'll give you that. It's a different vibe here in the stream compared to the just seeing the final result. This could be good. Guitar loop Goop. Acoustic arp. Isn't Goop the like... What's her name? Kristen Bell? Is it her? Is it someone else? Someone else has like a brand, a Goop brand. Yeah. This could be good. A goopy guitar. Let's redeem that one. Add it in. Let's have a look at the waveform. See what we're working with. Gwyneth Paltrow. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah. She's an odd one. All right. What else do we want? That actually looks like it could be okay. This is another arpeggio. Let's try dropping this one in and see what we want. Okay, we've got two options. There should probably be 4 bars and it should probably be 8 bars. Welcome in those who are just joining. We are recreating Backstreet Boys this evening. I want it that way, but my laptop is muted. I can't hear anything. I'm going to be doing my best to recreate the song based off of the sample names, the MIDI notes I can see, how the waveforms look. And we're going to do our best to recreate it as faithfully as possible. We're literally just getting started, so it's a good time to jump on in. We're trying to decide, do we go with option 1 for our opening acoustic guitar? I feel like I probably only need a bar of it. Or option 2. To me, they both look pretty promising. We need a horse. Oh, there's already a horse in this song. Or are we gonna get a horse in later? Maybe we can sneak him in there. Random question. Me and the missus are doom scrolling both on Scooby-Doo. You have a question? Go for it, Treebeard. Welcome on in. Lovely to have you here. We can sneak glide on in somewhere. I'm tempted to say this second one looks more like how I am hearing it going in my head. Ding, 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 ding. So I'm tempted to say let's go with this one. It's my favorite sample in any song. That is a good question. Presumably you're meaning one I've made and not just any sample in the world that's appeared in any song. I don't know. The horse is very good. Clyde the horse has a soft spot. What are some of the other good ones? Some of the laughs have been very good. Right, we need the same sort of arpeggio, but in a major key. Ideally a D major. The Oh My God sample last night was very funny. Can we see your notes? Like, I think you've written stuff down, maybe not literal music notes. Yes, go for it. Depending on the song, I will write more notes or fewer notes. So like for This Is Halloween, that was an incredibly complex song. So I literally had every chord noted out because I would have been completely lost without them. This one, I've got the chords written down, but I never have any of the melodies. I sometimes write down the drum patterns, like the kicks and the snares. So it's not like I'm doing this completely blind by any means. But I also don't want to just have the sheet music in front of me, because that feels like it defeats the point. Although the sounds are always up for debate. Like the sounds are always going to be completely dependent on what I happen to click on, using my intuition from names and that jazz. But yeah, I don't go into this completely blind, otherwise I'd be here all evening. But the melodies I never have written down. So I think that's a nice balance of making it doable, keeping the stream entertaining, and doing it in an appropriate time frame. Yeah, some of the streams go on for like 4 hours doing one song as it is, even with all the chords. Right, what else? We want another one that has like picking or arpeggio in the name. 2 out of the 4 of your dogs hate them and go crazy. Poor dogs. Right, what? Emp verb, no, I don't want that. Arpeggi summer decorations. Okay, this is the first one that comes to mind. Do I choose a song that will be intentionally bad, or whatever comes to mind and roll with it? I always pick one that I think I can do a somewhat okay job at. I have a lot of suggestions, so I'll take a lot of the suggestions from the comments or from the lovely people in Discord. But usually I've got a big playlist of them all now, of which ones people want to see and which ones I think will be funny or interesting in one way or another. And then each week or each stream, I just kind of sit down before the stream and pick one sort of at random of whatever I happen to be in the mood for that night. And tonight it was Backstreet Boys. Right, this probably looks okay as well. I think that could be good. AF Halinor, welcome on in. Can't believe you're here for one of the lives. Thank you very much for joining us. Right, we want to trim that there. Trim that there. And then let's copy this. Is there a song that I want to try, but no, it won't get enough attention? Not really. I think if there was a song that I liked enough or thought would be funny enough, even if it wasn't super well known, I think I would still do it. There is obviously some temptation every time to be like, all right, which song is a banger? Which song is like popular at the moment or gonna be doing well? And I have definitely picked songs previous times where I'm like, I know this one will be popular. Like I had a pretty good instinct that the Gorillaz one would do fairly well because it's such a well-known song and because the instrumental, all the different instruments and sounds lended themselves very well to doing this kind of thing and having it not go perfectly. Although I will say the acoustic guitar is not the part that I thought would go so badly wrong. But yeah, other times, some of the other ones, like, I didn't think the Britney one would do or like, I thought the Britney one would be okay. Mostly funny because of the singing, but I wasn't sure the instrumental was actually gonna be all that funny because it's mostly just like piano and drums. But that ended up, even just the instrumental in its own ended up being pretty funny for that one. So yeah, I'm open to doing whatever I think will be funny or interesting. It doesn't necessarily have to be funny. If it's like a particularly challenging one, or it's gonna be interesting in some way, then that's also completely on the cards. Right, this should be not an E, it should be an A. We should fix that. And in fact, right, let's start making some markers. This is the intro. And the intro is 4 bars long. 2, 3, 4. We've got the verse, first verse. These copied. All right, and this I want to change to an A rather than an E. How do we transition between the chords? It's going like do 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 do. Then we go down to a D. Do 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 boom boom. And then we go up to the A. So the A should be higher than the D. So we want to go D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. So we want to go up 7 from D. Make that an A. And then replace all of these because I accidentally put in the wrong chord. Everything except the last one. Okay, perfect. So what I'm envisioning this sounding like is a single acoustic guitar. In the original, I think there's actually 2 panned super wide, but the chance that we're going to find 2 incredibly identical samples that they can line up just isn't going to work. So we're going to go for 1 panned center. It should be going ding 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 boom boom bum bum bum, something along those sorts of lines. So if we have anything that's kind of like an arpeggio guitar, I'll be happy. Doesn't have to be that exact pattern, but something in that realm. That's my hope. Whether we've got that or not, I don't know. Luckily, the intro is nice and simple. It's literally just those 2 chords, or just those 3 chords looping around twice. They have got a bit of, they are quite reverby. So we might want to put a little bit of reverb on them. Acoustic picking guitar. Let's just put a little bit of reverb on the whole lot. Like that. And then verse 1, we need to have like a, I couldn't figure out, is this a guitar or is this a synth? But there's some kind of like wah chord. It's going like wah, 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 wah. So we could either try a wah guitar or a wah synth, or both. We could just split the difference and go for 2 samples. Probably not the best idea. Let's look for a wah synth on here and see what we get. We need one that's in a minor key, ideally an F sharp minor. What's this one looking like? Wah melody tension rising. Don't want it to be melodic, I just want a single chord. One shot youth smooth wah. We could try that. Just do it with my voice. Just do the whole thing a cappella. This could be okay, because it's just a one shot. I don't know what young smooth means, but let's drop that in and see how the waveform looks. Okay, that actually could be okay. If we put it like there. Could be okay. 0.79, welcome on in. Lovely to see you again this evening. I think we should put a delay on that. Yeah, we're doing I Want It That Way. That's the plan. Maybe I should add an actual stereo delay. I feel like these can actually be the same delay though. But I want to make sure they're identical. Let's turn the feedback down, because on last night's stream we had rather a lot of delay. So I'm gonna play it safe tonight and lower that down. April Fool's idea to just do the whole song with just my voice. Yeah, we need to figure out what we do for April Fool's. Do I do just like a completely normal song, not have it muted? Or yeah, do I do one just a cappella? I'd have to figure it out. I don't know what exactly to do for that. Okay, that wah happens twice. Let's pan it off to the side somewhere slightly. Remake the song backwards. Oh god, that would be a disaster. It's already bad enough doing it the right way around. Right, in the second half of the chorus, that should be "You are my fire, my one desire, believe." Right, second half, we get some extra chord strums, some held strumming guitars. Let's find those. And in fact, these last 2 chords, I don't think we need them here. Not on the picking guitar anyway. Gun Forever. Oh yeah, censor the bad word. I'll just say it, it's fine. It's fine, it's all fine. Right, what do we want? We want to find acoustic guitar, one shot sample. DOS, welcome on in. Cyber Kit Kat, hello, welcome on in. Lovely to have you here. Acoustic strum. We want, ideally just a one shot, I think. We want to get it in the right key. How's that one looking? One note strum. I don't really want, I want a chord, I don't just want one single note. Let's get acoustic guitar as a filter. Acoustic guitar, chord strum, lovely tape. Could be okay. That could be alright. Let's drop that in. See how the waveform looks. It might be a little bit short, if anything. Okay, that could be alright. How about this one that's slightly longer? Airy fairy chord. That could be good. Or R&B acoustic guitar strum. That's probably going to be too many strums. Let's drop this one in and see how that looks. Oh, that one's even shorter. Okay, maybe we get rid of the F minor and just look for minor chords in general. I'm not sold on either of those two just yet. Guitar strum E minor. One of these will be good. Maybe let's try this one. Drop that in. Okay, that's at least a little bit longer. At least covers the whole bar. So, I mean, literally just about though. Just about does it. And then we need major chords. Find some nice major ones. Not a bendy one, not a harmonics one, not a one note one, not a high strung. God, it doesn't want us to have a great selection by the looks of things. Let's try this one. Thanks to you, I laughed so hard at one of your reels today while at work. Now my boss follows you. Well, I'm glad it all worked out and that your boss has a sense of humor. That's quite funny. Right, that's a D. This is an F sharp. Oh, this is an E minor. Okay. That would have been bad to leave as it was. Let's fix that right now. Make that an F sharp minor. And then we want to go up to an A. Okay, perfect. That's plus 20. Not an April Fool's idea, but what about doing a song on mute, but the chat gives you directions? That could be good as well. Yeah, I do like the idea of doing a challenge like that. Let's turn the gain down on those to try and match it to this one a little bit better. Yeah, the blue at the bottom is annoying, but TikTok have flagged some of the ones lately as being too static. I'm sat too still. The background at the bottom doesn't move around enough. And they're like, you're clearly not doing anything. So we're automatically detecting it. So in order to get around that and to trick the system, I've put a scrolling blue filter in an attempt to be like, I am doing stuff. Look at the scrolling. If chat gives directions, it'll all be just horses and wolves. I mean, hey, if that's what you want, then that's how we'll go. That could be a good idea. I'll just literally do whatever you guys say. We'll have to like vote on every decision. Probably a disaster. Right. Is that the right sort of length for everything? Yeah, put no picking or strumming. Strumming only at the end. Really, when I say I want it that way. Boom, boom. Okay, verse part 2. We need some drums. We need a bass. We need both the guitars to still carry on. We need a whole bunch of stuff. Let's get the guitars continuing. I can go through to here. These chords should be different, actually. Let me fix that. The A is fine, but the D should be an E. And then that should be the case at the end here as well. Do 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 do. I need to remember that my plan is to not just do the entire song, do the instrumental. We need to break it up a little bit make sure we get to the vocals early enough. Let's sum this group up as well. Acoustic strumming guitar. In fact, we can just pan that 20 and make these centered. That's a bit easier. Maybe they can get some reverb as well. We can actually do a little bit of mixing tonight. That'd be wild. Rather than just leaving everything as I normally do. All completely dry. I could imagine it being like, you guys remember Twitch Plays Pokemon? And that kind of turned into a disaster where half the people were trying to actively play the game and get through it, and the other half of the people were just actively trying to disrupt everything and ruin the whole run. I could very much see a song going like that, where there's a small minority trying to make the song actually good, and then the other half just simply trying to ruin it. Right, we probably need some drums before we do the vocals. I think drums and bass is probably enough with the guitar to go through and do the whole rest of the vocals. Dr. Rob's got his golden fossil. I can't remember the memes, the specific memes that came out of it. But I know there was... Oh, I don't even remember. I know all the Pokemon had very special names. The Helix. Reliant Craig, thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. Welcome on in. Right, let's stop dilly-dallying around. Let's put some drums in. The drums in this are quite odd. I feel like just doing like a pop drum is fine. Oh yeah, praise Helix. I just wanted to open up that fossil all the time. Right, kick. Snare. Where's our snare? Which one do we want? Kick, snare. Is that roughly what I had? Yeah, I think. Pretty simple kick snare pattern, but the kick is quite early. The second one. Then we want a hi-hat just on all of these. And we're going to repeat that forever. Maybe I shouldn't do it quite like that. Maybe if I plonk these in, then we can at least add the odd drum fill here and there. Like before the chorus. Nothing too elaborate. But there'll at least be one in there. I'm hoping this song will be relatively quick. Yeah, we'll see. It's not... I deliberately picked it because it's not too complicated. Right, let's get a bass in as well. And then we'll be cooking. We want a pop songwriter bass. We don't have many options. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be pop songwriter out of those options. Not that it makes too much difference because we're only really using it for the sound because we're instantly getting rid of all the inbuilt stuff it tries to give us. Do you say you're doing the whole song? What parts are you doing? I'm doing just the guitar, drums, and bass to start with. Then we'll record the vocals with just that. And then we'll come back and add everything else in. But I want to record the vocals before it gets too super late. Bass is pretty simple in this song. We want to just follow the chords. So we're going to get an F sharp minor. And the pattern I'd figured out, what I think it's doing is something like this sort of rhythm. I think just that. So it should be like boom, 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 boom. Maybe we'll make it shorter. Like boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. No, we'll make those too long. And we go up to a D. boom, boom, boom. And we want to go down to an A here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, perfect. Keep that going. And then the last time it's different. Oh, I said they do a little octavey thing on the A. We literally just do that. Or maybe something like that. Yeah, that's pretty more interesting. Don't deny your neighbours those lovely harmonies. I'm sure they would love to listen in. But they can join the stream if they want to do that. Or they could listen to them not at midnight. Boom, 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 do, 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 boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I think we'll go. I was trying to decide, do we go up to the E or down to the E? But I think up to the E, just before the chorus, makes most sense. Welcome on in to those who have just recently joined. We are recreating Backstreet Boys this evening. I want it that way, but I can't hear what I'm doing. My laptop is completely muted. We're doing our best job to recreate the song based purely on the MIDI notes that I can see, the names of the samples, the wave shape, or the waveforms of the samples, and we're doing our best to recreate the song. So far we're pretty early on, we're just doing the verses. I feel like it's going okay so far. That would be my guess. We need to definitely come back in and add some extra percussion. We need to add some pads. We need to add a little bass slide at the start. Maybe we can get that in before we go too much further. I think we should just go for an F sharp up here. Boom, 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 boom. So if we just put a slide on both of those, then I'm sure that'll be fine. Slide fast. Or medium. Maybe we want medium. Yeah, slide medium is what I picked anyway. That should be like boom, 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 boom. Something like that. I'm sure that's fine. It's loading, Sims loading screen type music. Perfect. Or RE4 save file music. These are just what I think of when I envision Backstreet Boys. Perfect. Yeah, that's going to be great. Chorus time. That'll be enough to record vocals to. And then we can come back in and add extra stuff as we go. Let's copy the drums, copy the bass. The guitar chords change up, but the rhythm does not. And in fact, it's just the same chords, but in a different order. So let's copy all of these. We want to go to a D. So let's move the D over. Oh God, I'm making a mess of things. The D can go to there. No horses yet, but we'll see. You never know quite what's going to happen. The E needs to come over to here, and then the F minor needs to go to there. Boom, boom. Perfect. Copy all of those. That'd be like... Tell me why, tell me why I never wanna do. Oh, we want a different chord for that bit. That's what we're doing. Something like that. We need more Clyde. Where is our Clyde at? Alright, we need a wah synthy sound. But a major version of it now. So let's search for our wah synth again. Let's find a one shot. We want it in a major key this time around. We haven't got a ton of options. Need to open the splice preset plugin thing. Okay, maybe we go for that one. A wah stab chord. Brass. No, we don't want a brassy sound. Let's try this one. Drop that in somewhere. Redeem it first. I'm sure this is going to be fine. And that happens on every time the D chord plays. And we want to put that next to our other wah chord so we keep those together. -22. Do we want the same delay? Sure. Have the same delay. This is late night radio Backstreet Boys. I'm guessing it's a slightly slower vibe than the original. Is that all we need for this? I know the bass pattern needs to change completely. The bass will be sounding awful at the moment. Let's get rid of all of that. Bass goes up to a D. Yeah, I think we should go up at the start of the chorus. And the pattern changes a bit too. Do boom 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 boom. Something like that. Boom 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 boom. I think I'll make those longer though. So chill, it doesn't sound like the original at all at the moment. Oh good. Well, maybe by the time we add the extra stuff in, it'll be alright. That should not be as long as that actually. That should go like that. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, something like that. Up to an A. Is that an A? That is an A. And then we want to go to an F sharp. Boom. F sharp there. I want to go to an E up the octave. Boom, boom, boom. And these should just be like held chords, I think, or held notes at the end here. Blunny, welcome on in. Hello, hello. That should be sounding fine. That should be good. We want to do another another verse. Verse 3. The comments aren't giving me tons of hope that we're on track. Let's copy all of this. Second verse, the third verse is the same as the second one. The next chorus is the same except for the last couple of chords. Let's go for chorus 2. We are doing I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys. Just Forward Streets Men. Right, that's all fine. The last 2 bars are different. Should be a C sharp minor instead. We want to go up. So we're already at 2, and we want to go G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp. We want to go, I wasn't even keeping track, up 9, I think. So we were at E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, yeah, up 9. C sharp minor. And then we're going to the bridge. which is a different vibe again. I've written that this is sparser drums, but I think the main beat actually stays the same. No bass for the first part. One strum guitar chord. Okay, so this guitar can keep going into the new parts with slightly different chords. And in fact, the chord rhythm changes here as well. We want to grab that. And we're going A to an E. That's nice and straightforward. Yeah, don't worry, the vocals will pull it all together. Exactly. It'll be so obvious what we're doing once the vocals are in. So that should be... Okay, actually that chord is different. That should be an A, but it should be for the whole bar. And then this E should be for the whole bar. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, actually no, that should be a D. And it should be B minor to E. Okay, everything's wrong. That's fine. Okay, we want to go down. So we're at E there. We go D sharp, D, C sharp, C, B, B. That's what we want. B minor. Going down 5. -5. B minor. And then we can repeat that whole lot. In fact, it's slightly different the second time. The bass can come in the second time around. And we just play the E this time. When I grow up, I want to be as funny as the people in chat. We do have some very good chatters here. Some very good comments going on in the chat. Let's get a nice bass part in here. So, boom, 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 boom. Do 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. I think we should go up to the high octave at the end there. Oh, these are all slides. These should not be slides. Hang on. These should be auto. Has that happened anywhere else? Yeah, these are all slide notes. What the hell? Okay, no, just the ends of the bars. What? That would have been a disaster. Okay, all of you, go to auto. All of you. Can I not pick auto? Yeah, auto. It might not have really mattered, but this is a lot safer. Okay, good. Fixed. That should not be muted. Bring that back. Hello, welcome in, Danny. Welcome on in. Can't be stopped until TikTok says I can't post due to chat settings. You'll never be stopped. Yeah, we're doing I Want It That Way. It is pretty slow. It's the speed I can see this moving at is slower than how I remember it going. So I'm hoping we're okay. I'm hoping the tempo is not too wildly off, but we'll see. Right, is that bridge good? By which I mean, is it acceptable? We're falling apart. Yeah. me. You are. Do, 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 do. All right, we might have to actually add an extra part here because there's no guitar, no drums, no nothing for these next few bars. We'll call this part the dropout. So let's add in a synth. We want just like a nice pad sound. Let's start off with just, oh, I don't know. Breathless Space. Let's put that in and see how that sounds. I guess we should just do 8 bars worth. Just need to add some wolves. Yeah, that'll sort it right out. That's always the problem with these tracks. The lack of wolves really holds it back. And then you add a wolf in, and the song's magically suddenly fixed. I might keep it simpler and just have it in the middle. Dum, dum, dum. Does that just repeat? I think it does. At least until here. Dum, 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 ba, 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 yeah. Boom, 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 boom. We want to go up to an A. We should keep the E there. Go to an A there. Go to a C sharp there. That's nice. You are my fire, the one desire. You are, you are, you are, you are. Boom, 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 boom. That just plays for the first bit there. Perfect. All right, chorus. Do the drums come back in anywhere around there? No, I don't think they do. The bass might do. I think it does. I didn't write it in, but I'm pretty sure. I feel like the bass would come back in here. Boom. Yeah. We'll add the bass in. We'll keep it simple. So we got a D, and an E, and then an A, and then an F sharp. That's not right. Now the E and the A are on the same bar. That's why. That's why. Move that over to there. And then we do actually have a slide. There. Slide medium. And then I think we can just copy the chorus a few times. Pretty much until the end. Yeah, let's copy the chorus. We do need to shift it up because there's a key change. So that will affect the bass. That should go up 2 notes. That will affect this synthy sound. That should go up 2 semitones. In fact, is this even in the right key anywhere? I don't think it is, you know. That's an E flat major. We actually want it to be a D, I think. Yeah. So that should go down a semitone. Make that a D. And then we want to go up one in the last chorus to make it an E. Okay, there we go. If it's all in the wrong key, then it's the right key. We are remaking I Want It That Way. by Backstreet Boys. I'll give you all a little recap in a moment. We're very near the end of the song, so I'm going to have to start doing vocals momentarily. Right, these should all go up by 2. So that becomes an E. This becomes an F sharp major. This goes up another 2 and becomes a G sharp minor. And then that just repeats, so we can copy all of that. That part just repeats, so we can copy all of that. That should go up to +9 to become a B major. And then these chords should be different because we're doing a slightly different thing at the end of this verse, or this chorus. G minor for a whole bar. And then F sharp B. Perfect. I hope that's all correct. Hopefully that's fine. Yeah, I think my notes are roughly correct here. Sure. Right, chorus repeat. This one's the one that starts with Tell Me Why. This one starts with Ain't Nothing But Heartache. So we can just copy all of that. And then there's another copy of the chorus. Telling me why. Except it changed a little bit at the end. What have I got? No drums, guitar and bass only for the last 2 bars. Yeah, last 2 bars. Get rid of the drums. And then it actually slows down right at the end. That should be there. That should be there. No Clyde appearances yet. There's always time. So we want to slow down the tempo at the end here. As to what tempo, I'm not sure, but we'll start going down maybe 15 BPM. Why can't I select this? Hello? I need to make this bigger. Let me select this. Where it is, you guys can't even see. Let me select this little dot here. There we go. I think even slower than that. Like there. Thank you very much for the hearts, Danny. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, that works fine. Right, perfect. Okay, let me give you guys a little recap, maybe just of the chorus, and then we'll start doing some vocals. So this is what our chorus sounds like. And then our verse. I think, to be honest, this can't be sounding too bad because there's not that much going on yet. The drums and bass will be fine because they're just MIDI. We've only got an acoustic guitar sample and the odd like little wah guitar, so shouldn't be shouldn't be too far off. All right, let's stop avoiding the vocals and let's get them out the way. Before we start, for those of you who weren't here yesterday, I've been promoting my fiancée Nikki's contest that she's entered. She has been nominated for Horror Content Creator of the Year, and she's made it into the top 30 nominations, but she needs people to vote for her to get through to the next stage. So I would appreciate it if anyone who can spare the couple of minutes to go to thehorrorgameawards.com, find the Content Creator of the Year page, and go and vote for Hogs Horror. You've probably already seen some of her clips if you follow me, because I repost her clips all the time. So there's a chance you've already even seen them. But it takes like 2 minutes to go on there. You just sign in with Google on this Google form. Pick Hogs Horror as the user. You also get to pick your favorite favorite horror game of the year. Yeah, I would appreciate that. So thank you very much I know some people here have already done it as well, so thank you very much. You were gutted to miss Cotton Eye Joe. It was certainly something. Certainly something. Thank you very much for the hearts. I'm using Logic Pro for the DAW. There is a free version, Bandcamp, but it's all Mac OS only, so that's the only caveat. To be honest, I feel like most DAWs are pretty much the same, at least like for the most part. But I like Logic. It's just what I'm used to using. I like the inbuilt stuff it comes with. Let's record some vocals. So there are 5 people in Backstreet Boys. They don't have the most distinct voices, I would say, but there is clearly more than one person there. So I need to at least attempt to differentiate the voices a little bit, I think, and not just have it all sound like 5 copies of me or 4 copies of me. How many people are in Backstreet Boys? I should probably check this stuff before I stream. Either way, it should sound like more than one guy. So we should aim for that, I think. Yeah, there's at least 2 of them. So we should aim for that. I think also, I feel like I need to get into the boy band headspace and really embrace my inner boy band. Do my best to be the 5th or the 6th. Do my best to be the 6th Backstreet Boy. Maybe they'll accept me as one of their own. Yeah, maybe they'll accept me as one of their own. I can join the band. I think they're putting out a Christmas song I saw when I was listening to them on Spotify earlier. So maybe I could be invited to join. That'd be good. Let's stop dodging this and record some vocals. There's AJ, Nick, Brian, Kevin, and Howie, and Sam now, and Sam as well. Once they hear these harmonies, they're not gonna want to pass on this. Right. There's little ad-libs in this song as well, here and there. Most notably in the intro. Maxi, thank you very much for the roses. Very much appreciated. Let me record this in the intro. Right, let's try and get the tempo down. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. All right, I might need at least a couple bars intro. Yeah. Is that a good yeah? Should I do one more take? Yeah. That was pretty better. Right, that's our yeah vocal. Right. Oh, we should turn everything else down because they're going to be too loud. To like -6. It needs more. Hey, 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 hey. Right. You are my fire. The one desire. It's gonna be so slow. Already I can feel like it feels too slow. And I always sing ahead. Like I'm always too fast as it is. And this is a slower song than we normally tend to do. So we'll give it a try and not get too far ahead. You are my fire, the one desire. Believe when I say I want it that way, but we are two worlds apart. Can't reach to your heart when you say I want it that way. How's that? Is that going to be good? It felt very low. But I think an octave up would be too high, at least for me. And that was You Are My Fire. If I go up the octave, that'd be You Are My Fire, the one desire, believe. That sounds like it's too high for the original, right? Or maybe that is okay. I don't know. We're definitely gonna need, in the chorus, we're gonna need those. It's just like I was at the concert. Maybe I should try one take of the verse like that. And then we've got options. Let's try that. You are... I need to be a bit more zoomed in. I can't quite see the tempo change well enough. Overgrown Ivy, welcome on in. Lovely to have you here. Yeah, we do record these live, believe it or not. As if the videos on their own weren't embarrassing enough. I record the whole thing for everyone to see. You are my fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want it that way, but we are two worlds apart. Can't reach to your heart when you say I want it that way. God, that's gonna be too loud, right? Or too high. Because when it goes to the chorus, it goes up from there. I want it that way. If I was going up, it'd be like, tell me why. I feel like I think I need the lower vocal, because then when I go to the chorus, I've got somewhere to go to. Because then I'm going from, I want it that way, tell me why. And I can actually hit that note. I'll do one more take of the whole verse at the lower pitch, but maybe with a bit more enthusiasm now that I've done it a couple times. We'll see. But yeah, we definitely need the harmonies. Yeah, we'll see. You are... And I just instantly do it higher. So maybe that is a sign that it should be that high. You are my fire. You are my fire, the one desire, believe when It's definitely too low. It feels so low. Okay, we're going to keep the higher vocal, and we'll just deal with it when it comes to the chorus. Right. Tell me why. It's way too low. Okay. Do we want to do the solo part first or the group part first? Tell me why that I want it that way. You are my fire, that I want it that way. Tell me why. See, that's too high for me. Tell me why. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. All right, whatever. We'll record at this pitch. Tell me why. I want it that way. Tell me why. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say. And that's gonna be the solo part. Maybe I can try and double that. I don't think it's doubled in the original, but it'll be fine. Tell me why. Tell me why. I want it that way. Tell me why. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say. Awful. Truly awful. All right, well, we'll leave that in. Some Margie sounds going on there. Ain't nothing but a heartache. That way. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say. I want it that way. There we go. Yeah, it's only muted for me. You guys, you have to sit here and listen to all of this crap. Thank you for swinging on by, Eleanor. Lovely to have you here. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Let's double that. We gotta double that. Once I've sort of got these vocals down, I can try and get more into the boy band vibe. I've got to at least get through it a couple of times. That way, tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say. I want it that way. What do you mean, oh no? Why are you saying oh no? I think it's going to be perfect. Ain't saying that I do. Ain't nothing but a heartache. It's so high. That way, tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say I want. Oh no. I want it that way. Hear you say I want it that way. And then we double that up as if it wasn't enough. It's gonna be fine. It's all gonna come together at the end. That way, tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Oh, it's gonna be so bad. Alright, let's turn these down a bit. It's like +2. That way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. I think Hear You Say needs like a harmony or a double to it as well. I never wanna hear you say, hear you say. I never wanna hear you say, hear you say. I never wanna hear you say. I never wanna hear you say. Something like that. Why I never wanna hear you say I want. Well, that's what we've got. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna work out. Right. Second verse. What's even going on here? This is our verse vocals. Turn the instrumental up. Sure, we can do that. Normally the instrumental ends up being way too loud compared to the vocals. I'll turn it up. Oh, it's good. Perfect. I'm sure it's great. Right. I am your fire, your one desire. Yes, I know. It's too late, but okay, this one's gonna be fine. Let me have a drink. I want it that way. I am your fire, your one desire. Yes, I know it's too late, but I want it that way. I don't know if I was in time there. Let's try another take of it, and I'll keep the timing more in mind. I want it that way. I am your fire. That way. I am your fire, your one desire. Yes, I know it's too late, but I want it that way. Welcome on in, raiders. Hello, Calamari Gold. Thank you very much for the raid. You catch us at an awful time. We are recreating Backstreet Boys. I want it that way. You may not have been able to tell. I'll let you guys hear what we have so far. I can't hear what I'm doing at all. My laptop is completely muted. We're doing our best to recreate the song based on the MIDI notes we can see, the names of the samples, the waveforms. We've done a basic outline of the song, of the instrumental. Very bare bones at the moment, just guitar, drums, and a little bit of bass. We're going to come back and finish it later, but I wanted to do the vocals because it's currently 11:30 here in the UK. And I don't want to disturb my neighbors too much past midnight. So we've got like bare bones instrumental, and we're making our way through the vocals now. I'll let you guys listen up to where we've got to so far. Got a nice intro, nice arpeggio guitar, a little ad lib there. And some verse vocals. You may or may not be able to tell, but I'm not a singer. I could not do this for the life of me. It certainly takes something to want to come online and do this to yourself. Thank you very much, Jonas, for the roses. Very much appreciated. And then the chorus is probably our best work so far. It's quite a few vocals. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. So that's what we're up to so far. We're just on the second third voice. Instrumental should be turned up. We can turn up a bit more. Let's turn up to -2. It will be fine. It'll all come together at the end. I don't know how this... We've done quite a few of these, maybe 30 odd by now. They're all on my TikTok. All the mess of all of them. I don't know where this one ranks among the others yet. My optimism is not high currently. So we'll see see where this ends up in our little ranking system. Jonas, thank you very much for the follow. Let's do the second chorus. Now, in fact, there's harmonies. Goddamn harmonies. Or at least doubling. Maybe not harmonies. We want fire. We want desire, fire, and it's too late to have some doubling. You are, I am your fire. I think that's what we want. You are, I am your fire. I am your fire, fire. Maybe. I am your fire. I'll try that. Fire. That way. I am your fire. Your one desire. Yes. That might be in the wrong place. Let's do the other version of fire for the other side of the panning. Your fire. Your one desire. No, I think that was in the right place. Desire. Yes, I know. Desire. Yes, I know. It's too late. It's too late. And desire. Too late. Too late. Is that timing okay? It's too late. It's too late. That should be on the bar, right? Something like that. Too late. I hope that's the same harmony I sang a second ago. The harmonies might not be good, but they should at least be the same as one another. Right. Hopefully that's sort of come together. I am your fire, your one. What's everyone saying? Yes, I know. It's too interesting. The harmonies are pleasant. Good, that's what we go for here. And for those who are just new, we dual stream to Twitch and TikTok. So if it looks like I'm talking to myself, I could be, but more likely I'm responding to those over on the other platform. It gets a bit messy because Twitch doesn't seem to like it if you... Ideally, I would just have them both on an overlay so you can see them all, but Twitch doesn't want you to do that. They don't want you to feel like you're missing out, even though this makes it feel like you're missing out even more, but whatever. Chorus 2. Is there any differences? Yes, there are. The last part is different. Okay, we can copy a chunk of it though. So let's copy as much as we can. We don't want to make too much extra work for ourselves. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Okay, the last bar is different, so we should change all of these. So we're going into the bridge, right? Yeah. I never want to hear you say I want it that way. Something like that. Natalie, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Hear you say I want it that way. Let's record a couple of those. Hear you say I want it that way. I want it that way. It's a bit high for me, this song. Hear you say I want it that way. Hear you say I want it that way. Try that again. Hear you say I want it that way. Why can't I hit that note? Hear you say I want it that way. Just need to sit up a bit more. I'm like slouching in my seat. Which won't help anything. Right. Okay, that's fine. Beard or Dead, thank you very much for the rose. Welcome on in. Right, what is the bridge? Now I can see we're falling apart from the way that it used to be. Yeah. Okay, we'll record it at that pitch. Hopefully that's fine. I want it that way. Now I can see. Now it's too high. Now I can see. That way. Now I can see that we're falling apart from the way that we used to be. No matter the distance, I want you to know that deep down inside of me, it's gonna be bad. Yeah, it's a tough listen tonight. I could sit here and re-record them all over and over. But is that what we want to do? Do I really want to waste everyone's time recording 10 versions of it just for it to come out as bad as the second? Right, we want to record the yeah that we used to be. Yeah. No matter. We're gonna record a low version of that and a high version of that. That we used to be. Yeah. No matter. Not convinced about the timing on those two, just looking at them. That we used to be. Yeah. No matter. That we used to be. Yeah. No. Let's move that one across. Maybe just whack a fiddle solo in there. Yeah, that'll be fine. Right. What do we want here? These are all doubled. Oh no, There's a high harmony up on these. As if it couldn't get any worse. No matter the distance. I already did this fairly high though for me, like. Now I can see that we're falling apart from the way that we used to be. Yeah. No matter the distance. It's gonna have to be even higher. That doesn't make sense. No matter the distance, I want you to know that deep down inside of me, no matter the distance, where it used to be, yeah. No matter the distance, no matter the... Oh, I don't even know. That we used to be, yeah. No matter the distance. Okay, we'll do it at that pitch. Whatever. Yeah. No matter the distance, I want you to know that deep down inside of me. The timing, not great on that one. I give it a little shuffle. That deep down inside of me. Alright, we'll go with that. Whatever. Timing was questionable. Right, let's get these parts in for the dropout bit. You are my fire. Thank you for the heart. Very much appreciated. You are my fire, my one, the one. You are my fire, the one desire. You are. And we need to record a few of these. You are, you are, you are, you are. You are, you are. There's a little harmony bit that goes on over here that I need to try and figure out. It's going like, you are, 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 you are. You are my fire, the one desire. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. Grandma Trash, welcome on in. You are fire, you are, you are. I need to figure out where the last one's gonna go. Hang on. Alright, maybe what I should do is record myself a little guide that we know we're going to delete. Yeah, get rid of that. You are, you are, you are. But I need to be keeping up with the tempo a bit better. Desire, you are, you are, you are, you are. Okay, yeah, that timing will be fine. And I can use that waveform as a little bit of an indicator to how long I need to hold the note for. You are. You are. It's gonna go so badly. You are. You are. You are. You are. You are. Do we like that? Or is that awful? These should be maybe down here. In fact, maybe these can just have their own tracks. These up here. Put them slightly to the side. Minus 12. I feel like they need a little bit of extra reverb on them. Desire, you are, you are, you are, you are. All right, that'll be fine. Yeah, that's right. You guys get to hear. I'm stuck in the dark. I can't hear anything. You guys are stuck hearing whatever's going on right now. Right, what do we want next? We need to do another chorus. Which parts can we copy? I'm tempted to just redo all of these from the start for this last section of choruses. All right, we'll leave the main vocal until the end. So let's do all the different harmony parts. Where are our previous chorus vocals? They're down here. All right, here we go. Shan, thank you very much for the Go Populars. Very much appreciated. I hear you ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. That's too fast, right? Ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Heartbreak? Heartache. Sure. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. God, that was a lot. Let's do all of that again and try and not let the timing slip too much. We'll see how we go. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. I feel like the timing is starting to slip around this point. You say Where am I even at? Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Is that in the right place? I never wanna hear you say I want Okay, no, these should be on the bar, right? I think we need to get rid of this. I think we need to get rid of that. Says, ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Okay, we'll see. I am getting more and more concerned that a lot of the vocals are in the wrong places. So we'll see. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. It's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. Right, a higher version of that. And I'm really gonna try and lock in on the timing on this one. Right. Ain't nothing but a heartache. I hate singing at this octave. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Should all of these be starting on the second bar rather than the first bar? Don't wanna hear you. No, actually, that should be fine. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Oh my god. It's getting hoarse and worse. Right, these vocals are definitely at the wrong point. I have determined this using my powers of music. These are in the wrong place. These should all be half a bar back. That's going to be better. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. I never wanna. Better the subjective term. Right, let's do these last ones. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Oh my god, these are gonna be so bad. We haven't even done the main vocal yet. That's gonna be the worst part of it all. Sure, whatever. We've got to do the don't wanna hear you say. Let's do that. On this track, maybe? Where does that even fit? Desire, you are, you are, you are, you are. Boom, boom, boom. Don't wanna hear you say nothing. All right. Don't wanna hear you say. Thank you, Danny, for the roses. Yeah, fund some soothers. All right. The say goes on for ages. Don't wanna hear you say. Don't wanna hear you say. All right, I don't know where that next one's gonna come in, but we'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Slight gap after the one. Okay. Don't wanna hear you say, yeah, yeah. Fine. And then, where do we want it to go to next? Ain't nothing but a myth. Don't wanna hear you say. Ain't nothing but a heart, yeah. Ain't nothing but a myth. Don't wanna hear you say. I never wanna hear you say. Tell me why. Tell me why. Okay. I want it that way. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Is that all I needed to fill in there? Just these two? Maybe we can do the second one different. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heart. Tell me why. Ain't something like that. Don't wanna hear you say. We need to do that. I never wanna hear you say. Tell me why. I never wanna hear. Don't wanna hear you say. I want it. Something like that. It's a unique hostage situation I have going on here. Right. Last part. Tell me why I... Something like that. Let's record it on this track. I want it that way. Tell me why I... I never wanna hear you say. Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say. God, I think we're actually at the end, nearly. Nearly at the end. I want it that way, 'cause I want it that way. 'Cause I want it that way. Do we do it down the octave or up the octave? We should probably do it up the octave, right? I want it that way. 'Cause I want it that way. Sure, vocals done. Nailed them. Lock that in. Let's just play maybe from here. I'll just let you guys listen to this part to the end. In fact, I might even just take this opportunity to grab a quick snack. I'll subject you guys to listening through whilst I have a very quick snack break. And then we will go through and finish the instrumental, which I'm hoping won't take a super duper long time. But we'll see. You guys enjoy listening to this for the next minute or two. And I'll be right back. I won't be very long. Goodbye. Yeah. You are my fire, the one desire beneath. When I say I want it that way, but we are two worlds apart. Can't reach to your heart when you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. I am your fire, your one desire. Yes, I know it's too late, but I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Now I can see that we're falling apart from the way that we used to be. Yeah, no matter the distance, I want you to know that deep down inside of me, you are my fire, the one desire. You are, you are, you are, you are. Don't wanna hear you say ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Don't wanna hear you say I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you. Don't wanna hear you say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't hello, hello. I see I've come back at the perfect time. I never wanna hear you say Welcome in, Laws Bobbins. Good to have you here. There we go. That's what we've been working on. The vocals are done, believe it or not. And now we're going to fix up the instrumental, which I'm hoping we can do as quickly as possible, and then I'll have a listen to the whole thing. Welcome on in, those who are just joining. This evening we have been recreating I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys, but I haven't been able to hear what I've been doing the entire time. Everything you see here is all done based off of looking at the screen, looking at the MIDI notes, looking at the shape of the waveforms, so the samples and the sample names. We're doing our best to recreate it. We just finished recording the vocals, and now we're going to go through the instrumental and add some of the extra details and other instruments that we missed out the first time around. So we'll see how we go. I'm getting a lot of pressure to add Clyde the horse in, who, I mean, is our signature sound at this point. So maybe he'll work his way in. But we need to find an appropriate place. He needs to be very subtle. If it's not a song where there's an actual horse, then it's put in, like in Thriller, there was an actual horse. We confirmed this. And in Cotton Eye Joe, there's undeniably a horse. So in those situations, perfectly fine putting a horse in and doing it loud. In a song where there isn't actually a horse, I'm tempted to not put it in at all. So if we are going to put it in, it has to be incredibly subtle to the point where normal listeners wouldn't notice. That's the rule for if it doesn't actually exist in the song. Give Up the Ghost, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. That's very much appreciated. Thank you very much for joining us. And thank you, Prouty, for the rose. Let's add in some more stuff, and then we'll see if we can sneak in Clyde the horse. I'll grab the sample now, so we have it, and then we'll see where we can make it fit. Sub for making my Halloween scary. Well, scary wasn't what I intended for at the start of this, but we'll see. Maybe I can turn it around still. All right, here's lovely Clyde the horse. He's made an appearance for the last 2 or 3 streams. We'll see. No promises, but we'll see where we can work him in. In Cotton Eye Joe, he had a well-deserved place amongst the rest of the song. He's not a member of the Backstreet Boys. So we're going to have to really sneak him in there somewhere. Right. What are we missing? We've got the wah guitar. We've got the extra guitar. We've got some drums, but we need some extra percussion stuff. So let's go to where the drums come in and start adding some percussion. I think we can probably get away with just dropping in some percussion like this. Percussionist. Pop. And at the start of the song, we don't want too many things going on. Maybe just like a shaker, not even some bongos. Maybe literally just a cabassa and a shaker. Oh, wind chimes. I feel like there are some wind chimes somewhere in here. And I want the complexity pretty low. I want the intensity pretty low. That's probably good for now. Just some little subtle percussion. I'm hoping the verse vocals are loud enough and that the chorus vocals aren't completely overwhelming. I'm tempted even to turn down the chorus vocals just a little bit. Because I know they have a tendency, because there's so many of them compared to the verse vocals. Right. Zlato. Love geek music, stuff like this. It's definitely geeky here. That's that's for sure. Welcome on in. Lovely to have you here. Right, I want to add, I think that's fine, some extra percussion. I want to add the pad synth sound over here. So let's copy what we had in the little dropout bit. For the verse, we want to be on an F minor. So we can just ditch all of this because it's not right. We want an F sharp minor. And then we want to go to a D major. And then an A major, I believe. The aliens are back. Your name is a mistaken glitch. You're Vasilis. Okay, I will do my best to remember that. No promises. Let's go up to an A there. I think that's probably fine. I would normally try and keep these chord shapes a bit more how you would actually play them on a piano rather than jumping around like this. But I want to keep the bass note actually swapping around. I mean, maybe we could whack that. No, that's too high up. We'll leave that. We don't want any inversions here. Right, copy that. Copy that. Again. And then the last time we're going E to A rather than D to A. So we just change that. Right, anything else missing from here? No, I think that's fine. Maybe the percussion can drop out for these last two notes that are a bit more like held notes. Almost Kyoru, welcome on in. Lovely to see you this evening. It sounds perfect, great. Thank you, Jenny, for the reassurance. I'm sure the percussion is going to be the least of my worries when I listen back to this. Chorus. We want to add in some tambourine. We do the same, whack in some tambourine, whack up the complexity and the intensity for the chorus. We want some strings. We want the pad to keep going. This should be completely different chords now, so we'll get rid of all of those. This should be a D major. And then we should go to an E. And then go down to an F sharp minor. Is that major or minor? I can't tell. It's major, so we want to go minor. I feel like these should go down the octave. Okay, do you know the bass should have that covered? Dropping down, so that's fine. Up to an A. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Can we have that up there? Do, 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 do. It's a tough listen tonight. I don't know what you mean. I'm sure it's all going to be fine. Jefferson's version, thank you very much for swinging on by. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Thank you very much for joining us, as always. What am I doing here? This is an E major and then an A major. Let me drop these down together. Sure. Verse 2 is the same. Chorus 2 is the same. What else do we need? We need strings. Yeah, this is all good. That's all fine. There's a little bit of a gap on the bass before the chorus. We should put that in. Just something like that. I'm hoping we can get through this relatively quickly. It's 20 past midnight here. Fox Whisperer, thank you very much for the follow. Bartled the Fawn, thank you very much for the heart. Welcome on in anyone who is just recently joining. We are recreating Backstreet Boys, but my laptop is muted. I can't hear anything. We've recorded vocals, we've started the instrumental, and we're just going in and adding some details. And now I feel like we're making pretty good progress. And then we're going to have a listen all together. I'll hear it for the first time. You guys, unfortunately, do get stuck listening to it already. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing or not, I'll let you decide. Maybe it depends on the song, and maybe tonight isn't the one where you want to be able to hear it. Right, am I missing anything else from the chorus? Well, there's a synth part that follows the melody. That's going to be difficult. Okay, we should add that though. Okay, we got all of that. Okay, we just need the strings. Let's add some lovely synthesized strings. Oh, I'm already on synth. That's like, I can't see synth. I'm going to pick the pop strings and hope that they're okay. Oh, and Clyde. Yeah, we need to work Clyde into the mix somewhere. Alex Lawrence, hello. Welcome on in. Sorry to ruin your plans for sleep. But we got music to be making. Right, this needs bongos in this section. Let's maybe increase the complexity a bit. What else? Strings are good. They'll be fine. I need the little synthy melody. Lead. I think actually we could do like an electric piano. Maybe like, let's just pick one at random. That one. So. Ain't nothing but a heart. That way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heart. That way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heart. Alright, so if we're doubling that on the melody, it's in the key of... Oh, this doesn't look promising. Let's change this electric piano. I don't think this one's going to work for us. That looks better. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Tell me why. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. It's gonna be a disaster. Da, 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 da. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. This is the maniacs of a mad person. You're right. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. And we go to which chord? E. Ba, ba. E to F sharp? Yeah. Ba, ba. Okay, I think that'll be fine. This is Logic Pro, which is essentially the paid version of GarageBand. Can we pinpoint the music it fell apart? Or was it always like this? I'm hoping we're gonna turn it around. Tell me why. Tell me why I never wanna hear you. Okay, perfect. That'll be good. That'll be great. Witch Peas, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. You can tell it's half past midnight here and I'm getting tired. Thank you very much for the sub. It's very much appreciated. Good to have you here. Zero piano sounds coming through. I'm hoping it's there, but just quiet. So I can turn it up. Maybe pan it over to the side. Let's just say you think it's as bad as it gets, and then it carries on and it just gets worse. Oh, good. Good. Okay, that is everything we needed for the chorus. Second chorus is exactly the same, so let's just copy that over. And then the bridge. Bridge is a bit more sparse. There is, however, a cowbell, which is always very exciting. Everyone loves a cowbell. We should probably definitely get rid of the tambourine. We definitely want that to go. Fox Whisper, I'm already a big fan of this one. I'm not looking forward to it. The more this goes on, the more I'm like, this is going to be a disaster. I'm sure I wrote wind chimes somewhere in my notes. I'm sure there's a wind chime. Maybe it's in this section actually. Okay, no, it's in the section after this. I'm sure it's going to be in there, and I don't want to miss it. I might even just take out all the percussion in this bit. Make it real sparse. Cowbell, you go on every beat. You can go donk, 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 the whole way through this. Maybe we'll even put the cowbell on its own special channel. Make sure it cuts through. Pan it over there somewhere.
Now I can see that we're falling apart.
Cowbell on beat, sparser drums. Yeah, we've got that. We need a piano in this bit. We need the held string pad. So let's bring these strings over. And we need to make sure we do the right chords. So let's go through and do the bridge chords quickly. So we have an F sharp minor going to an A major over E. Sounds better than the original. Perfect. I'll take it. What is going on there? These are not chords. Okay, now that is fine. Make it minor. Put it to F sharp. Make it an A major. Oh, I think I just put the... I think I put one of the things in the wrong place. That's why. And a D major. D major. Keep the A there. And then we go to a B minor. And then up to an E. Up to there. And then we repeat all of that. So that we end, we don't have a B minor on the repeat.
Now I can see that we're
We
falling
need a
apart
piano.
from the way that we used to be.
Yeah, I need a piano.
No matter the distance,
Otherwise, I think we're good
want you
on the
to
bridge.
that the
Just add a piano. A piano. Which piano do we like? I think we should go for like a studio piano. A Steinway. Let's go for that. And let's make it nice and reverby as well. So really up the reverb. Let's do a little arpeggio on each of these. We're going to go up the octave as well. Do 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 do.
now I can see
Yeah, let's do that on all of them. Pan it slightly to the side. I'm worried these strings are going to be a bit loud, so I'm going to turn those down. Yeah, don't worry, the reverb will save it. Welcome on in, Char. Lovely to see you. We are indeed still going. We may have started later than planned. I feel like everyone should just assume when I say 6 p.m. it means 10 p.m. And then the one time I'm actually on time for a stream, there'll be no one here. One day I will be on time. But this week has been busy for numerous reasons. So it just hasn't really been possible. Your friend is visiting, so you're playing host. Yeah. How's that going? I hope it's been a lovely time with your friend. You've just gone to bed, so you're sneaking onto TikTok. You're like, you're asleep in the other room. I'm going on TikTok. I'm looking at whatever I want. Thank you for the hearts, Sleeping on Mars and Catastrophic. Get that in. Finish putting together these arpeggios. Nearly done. I really see you guys mind and be able to see what's happening here. Up to a D. That's part of the problem is I'm obviously working on an entire screen here. But the way I've got it cropped for you guys on TikTok at least, so you only get a small portion of the screen. But that's the way it is. You went to Manchester and got a Labubu. Oh my god. You went to Forbidden Planet. Very nice. The Dropout. No drums. We've done that. String pad. We've got that. No bass. We left it out. Perfect. The wah guitar. That needs to be copied across. Where is our wah guitar? You get over here. Which parts do you go on? You go on just the second chord. Just that one there. How do I pick the next song to do? I do take suggestions either in the video comments or on our Discord. If you want to join the Discord, it is linked in my link tree in my bio. We've got a channel in there for song suggestions. But I've got a big, long playlist of like over 100 songs of ones I want to eventually do. And then I just usually pick whichever song I fancy doing that week. Sometimes I'll be like, I've got a specific kind of one I want to do. Like, I like to keep the variety up. So like, sometimes I'll do a poppy kind of song. The following week, I'll want to do maybe a more kind of rock song. So yeah, but normally I just kind of pick whichever I feel like. There will be some Christmas covers for sure as we get closer to Christmas. Gotta get practicing my Mariah Carey impressions. Please drop the instrumental track for the Thriller cover. The beat goes so hard. I need to figure out where I can and can't put some of these things. It would be funny to have just the instrumental somewhere and see other people have their attempts putting the vocals over the top. And no, I'm not sponsored by Huel, but I would take any sponsorships that any companies, within reason, have going. Just happened to be the shirt that I had lying around today. And Witch Peas, I completely missed your message, but thank you for coming on over from Instagram. Lovely to have you here. And it's sounding better than the original. That's certainly one thing. The original was certainly something. Right. What are we doing? What are we up to? We need to add in wind chimes. We need to add in a riser. We need to add in a boom sound. There's a crash cymbal as well. So actually I do need some drums here, but only to put in a crash cymbal. Get rid of that. Actually, I'll keep the kick. So chances are if there's a crash cymbal, there's a kick underneath it. We need to add in Clyde somewhere. That is true. Let's open up Splice and we can find ourselves some kind of impact boom sound. And then I kind of want the bass to go boom. So maybe we will try to recreate that somehow. Which kind of boom do we want? It's not a super heavy impact. I wouldn't describe it as a bang. It's more of a boom than a bang. Use my voice for it. No, it sounded awful. just me going, boom. My goal with these is to try and make them good. I never come into these intending like, oh, let's just make a shit joke track, because I could just pick random samples and it would sound bad. My goal is always to make it sound good, and inevitably it will go badly. And time after time, it goes badly. One of these is going to be good. Camera flash, no, probably not. I'm tempted to just go with one of these higher up ones, I think. Let's just try this one. See how that fits. Could do time after time. That would be good, actually. Yeah, I should add that to my list. Someone drop that in the Discord so I don't forget. Because yeah, time after time would be funny. There's quite a lot of vocals on that. You are my fire. And you will find me time after time. I will be waiting time after time. We need the piano back over here to do just like 2 notes here. You are, you are, you are. Hey, which chord is that? It's an F sharp minor. It'll be those 2 notes. Desire, you are. Sure. How far off the end are we? We are pretty close to the end, actually. This dropout has a few things that we need to add, but then we're just into the chorus, which we can probably just copy and paste everything to get to the end. So we should be listening to the final thing within the next 15 minutes, maybe? You want me to cover Aphex Twin? Oh my god. Or like Rubber Johnny or something. Or Come to Daddy. Oh, that would go so badly. There's so much going on in an Aphex Twin song. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know about that one. Some Meatloaf. Yeah, we could do Meatloaf. We'd have to do Bat Out of Hell. And that's a very long song, actually. So that would need a very long stream. I guess there is a fair bit of repetition in it, though. So maybe that wouldn't be the worst. What am I missing? The boom comes back again here, apparently. I feel like it should be shorter, though, on this one. Something like that. Okay, there's another little fiddly medley bit. That's good. Oh, there's some shaker percussion. God, there's lots going on over this part. Just a little shaker. Nice and timid. The arpeggio guitar is actually back on this part, which we haven't got. Which chords are these? It's the You Are My Fire. So D. Where is our arpeggio guitar? It's over here somewhere. We don't actually have this version of it. Okay, so we just need to copy some of these and work it in. It's fine, we can do that. So we want a bar of D. F sharp minor can go here. D major. We got a bar, half a bar of E, and then half a bar of A. I think. F minor. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And we need to add a wah guitar melody. Wah guitar. Okay, the guitar without the wah. Try the freaky air guitar. Air guitar. And add a wah sound to it. Classic wah. Sure. Just wah 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 wah. Let's leave it. Let's leave it at half wah. Boom 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 boom. Boom boom boom. Boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Okay. We need wind chimes. What else are we missing? Piano melody, 2 notes. Yeah, got that. There's a bass slide. Did we get that in? Yeah, looks like we did. Okay. And we need a riser as well. Let's put a little riser in here. Maybe this one will do. Actually, no, it doesn't necessarily look the most promising. Lime noise riser? Sure. Let's go into that. I'll do my best to catch up on chat in a moment once I've figured out this section. It's very long. We don't need it to be quite that long. We can speed that up though. And we can snip it a bit. Yeah, maybe we'll just leave it like that. And wind chimes. Is that the right place for the riser? Yeah, it is. Okay, wind chimes over the D major. Yeah. Wind chimes. I mean, a lot of wind chimes don't tend to have a key to them. Hopefully, well, I guess we'll just go with this first one. Or maybe we'll go sweep up. Sweep up wind chimes. Yeah, that's going to be a safer bet. And we'll just kind of put that over the transition. Sure, that'll be good. Is there anything else missing from this bit? I think that might be everything on that section. I want to say that this actually has an extra note on the end. It goes dung, 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 which means this last note has to be an F sharp so that we can go to the E, which means this has to be C sharp and then an A. Dung, 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 dung. Yeah. Dung, 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 dung. Oh, maybe actually this is an F sharp. then C sharp. Yeah, so we're going 1/5 octave. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Sure, let's go with that. Let me just catch up on what everyone's chatting about. If there's anything important. Oh yeah, more requests to sneak Clyde in there somewhere. We haven't had any trick-or-treaters at our house. Thank God. We have no sweets in for anyone, not even ourselves. So no chance we're giving them away at the door. Okay, I don't feel like it's beautiful, magical. A lovely wind chime. That sweep down wind chime will come in handy for the Mariah Carey one. I'll remember it. Okay. That is everything, I think. And then we can copy everything. The cowbell makes it through to the last chorus. You'll be glad to hear. Probably not past this point though. Probably ends there. Let's copy all of this chorus stuff that we've added in. So new strings, new pad. And that there. I think take these out at that point. Yeah. Yeah. Do I want to do a fresh set of vocals? We already did a separate vocals for the last chorus. The only place we copied chorus vocals was for the second chorus, and even that we had to change the last line. So there's almost unique vocals for every chorus rather than copy pasting. So there's already some good stuff in there. Now the issue of Clyde. Do we bring Clyde into the song? There's notably no horse in the original Backstreet Boys song. So if we bring Clyde in, we're going against all that the Backstreet Boys had in mind for this song. Bring in the horsey. All right, where should we put him? I feel like he needs to go either in the bridge or the dropout bit. And maybe we can work some audio magic to lessen his impact. Maybe like really stretch him out. Welcome on in, Tom. If there's one thing I always had about the Backstreet Boys, it was that they didn't have enough horse. Yeah, they really needed an extra horse in the band. Let's give it a bunch of reverb. I could be making it a lot worse. Right, here's Clyde. Or shall I just... Maybe I won't even let you guys hear Clyde, and maybe we can all hear Clyde together. I'll leave him in there. I'll put him at a level where I hope he's subtle, and we'll see if he stands out. We'll see how obvious he is. Okay. I think we have done everything we need to do here. And it's probably time... Oh, hang on. Piano. There's a little piano at the end. Just when you thought we were done, we're straight back into it. Right, copy this. Over to here. And then this really will be done. Right, we want a less aggressive piano than this. Let's soften it up a bit. I think we can probably just go all the way up Nice little arpeggio. Oh my god. Did not need to zoom in that much. How you doing, Tom? I hope you're doing well this evening. Let's make this in the right key. And then this should be a major chord. And it should be a lot shorter. Still alive. Good to hear it. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm tired because it's nearly 1 in the morning. But doing alright. Just feels like there's never enough time for anything. Everything's always very busy. Lots to juggle all the time. Right, there we go. Piano added in. Slows down. We got the guitar. Yeah. Perfect. Shall we have a listen? I think it's probably time. Yeah, we ended up staying up quite late, working on the track last night. Let me grab my headphones. Do we have to? We could just end stream now. Let's just not even hear it. Katia, hello, welcome on in. Yeah, everyone listen out for the horse. Do your best to identify where it is. Is there a scream in this? I hope not. There is not intentionally a scream. Whether it actually ends up being a scream or not is yet to be seen. Let's figure out what things we want to see here. All right. Everyone who has very recently joined, we have spent this evening recreating I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys, but I haven't been able to hear what I've been doing the entire time. My laptop has been muted. I've done my best to recreate the track based off of the MIDI notes I can see, the names of the samples, how the waveforms of the samples look, but I haven't been able to hear anything. We recorded vocals. Chat seem to love it. They think it's great, one of my best. So we're going to have a listen and see how it turned out. Let's just have a listen. I did my best boy band vocal impression, so I'm hoping that emotion really comes through. Here we go. Yeah. It's got a different vibe. My fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want it that way, but we are too this is sensual. The Backstreet Boys are very sensual. Oh god, okay, here's the chorus. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want. It's not great. There's a lot going on here. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Okay, I got the key change for the chorus, for the bridge. I got the key change for the bridge, all right, just about. Okay, not great.
that deep down inside of me, you are my fire.
Maybe a bit much.
Desire.
Oh my god. Wow! It's very magical.
Don't wanna hear you say.
Oh my god. Have I ever taken vocal lessons? What a time to ask that question.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake.
Oh, well, there's a lot of problems with this one.
Never wanna hear you say I want it that way. 'Cause I want it that way.
Ooh, okay. This could be the worst one yet, at least in a long while. Did you spot the horse? Did you all spot the horse? Let's find him. Here he is.
Now I can see that we're falling apart from the way that we
Yep, I can hear him.
used to be. Yeah.
He's in there. Yeah, subtle is the word I would use for that. He does sound like the wind. Yeah. Being unable to sing doesn't normally stop pop groups, to be fair. Yeah, that's certainly true. Okay. Clearly, there is a lot going wrong with this. So should do some Foo Fighters. Yeah, I will definitely do some Foo Fighters at some point. I don't know which song though. Maybe the Pretender would be a good one. Right, I need to turn the instrumentals down, I think. I feel like they're a bit loud at the moment. And I feel like Avalon could be good, yeah. This needs to turn up. I'm just going to fix a few things just so I can more accurately hear all the individual bits going on.
Tell me why.
Is there anything going right with this? Yeah. That was sang by someone really not coping with their heartbreak. I think we can hear everything already. That's the problem. Yeah, surprise guys, this was a Halloween stream the whole time. This was intentional.
Tell me why nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. I am your fire, your one desire. Yes, I know.
This is what's causing a lot of problems. It's so loud. Let's turn that down.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why.
Okay, there we go. We can hear our way through everything. All right, let's have another listen. Now that we can actually kind of hear all the parts that are going on. It's giving royalty-free karaoke. It's definitely giving karaoke. If I'm being super critical, I feel like you needed more Clyde trapped in a well. Um, It's giving a romance movie where someone just broke up and they're sat staring into the rain. All right, let's give it another listen. It starts off not terrible, and then yeah. You are my fire. The guitar's a bit more. The guitar has a bit more going on than the original. When I say I want it that way, but we are two. This isn't like. This isn't the right vibe for the original, but it's. Without my vocals, it's not. It's passable. Sort of. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. I am your fire, your one desire. Yes, I think there's a few too many layers on this. It's too late, but I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Now I can see that we're falling apart from the way that we used. And now I can't unhear the horse. No matter the distance, I want you to know that deep down inside of me. Okay, the like drop out bit. My fire, it's a bit much, that. Desire. Oh my god. The wind chimes are lovely, very magical. Don't wanna hear you say that chord. Don't wanna hear you say I never wanna hear you say it's the sort of thing you couldn't produce if you were trying to make something sound like this. You couldn't do it. AI could never. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. 'Cause I want it that way. Not my best vocal performance. I mean, it does get across the emotion of a heartbreak. Maybe a little too well. It wasn't end on a question. I want it that way. I want it that way? Maybe? It's very emotional. It hits very close to home, this one, for me. I don't even know what to say. It's really something. This chord in particular. This is awful. Don't wanna hear you say Is it just the vocals that are the problem? I mean, obviously they are a problem. Don't wanna hear
you say, yeah. I mean, the vocals on their own, not horrific. If I took the vocals out, it's just the combination of everything that's the problem. Don't wanna hear you say. That lead melody is really carrying the key change there. Don't wanna hear you say. Oh God. Well, that one needs to become a Twitch channel point redemption. Don't wanna hear you say. That'll trigger your fight or that'll trigger your fight or flight symptom, whatever it's called. This failed more than true classics. Does this mean it was advanced music? Yeah, definitely. It's just awful, this one. Possibly the worst one we've done. That impact is very, very full on. You are my fire, the one desire. You are. Don't wanna hear you say. Ooh, that chord. Jacob Collier, eat your heart out. It's so bad. This little bit right before. This isn't too bad. This section before. If it just stopped there, that little bit on its own is actually quite nice. If it just ended there, that would have been perfect. But instead... Don't wanna hear you say. It never gets any easier hearing that chord, does it? It only gets worse the more times you listen to it. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for being here. We will be back next Thursday. You want to hear Clyde again? Clyde on his own again. Now I can see that we're falling apart from the way that we used. He really holds it all together. He's in pain. Someone help him. Thank you very much, everyone. We will be back next Thursday. Ideally at 6 p.m. We will see. Chances are it will be closer to 10. But we'll aim for 6. The best place to learn about delays is the Discord. You can join the Discord. It's linked in my link tree in my bio. A load of the lovely people in chat are over in the Discord as well, having lovely conversations throughout the week. I've got a channel in there for song suggestions. I don't know what I'm going to do next week, so I'm going to have to figure out what I do in the meantime. If the link doesn't work, sometimes it's a bit funky using the embedded browser thing in TikTok. So you might have to copy the link, open it in like Chrome or Safari or whatever. And then that will hopefully actually work. Otherwise, you can find it linked below my Twitch page on when you're next on your PC or whatever. That'll be easy to find. This was painful. Thanks. Have a good weekend. It certainly was. The Ghost recreation will probably be out on Wednesday, and then this will probably be out Friday or Saturday. We'll figure out what we're going to do next Thursday. Who knows? There's so many different songs we could pick. I do feel like we should do something from a musical soon,
or something from a Disney film. Maybe. So maybe that's what we'll try and do next week. Kind of depends how much time I have in the week leading up to it, because the more complicated songs take a bit of time to figure out. The Memory from Cats or Wicked. Oh god, yeah, Defying Gravity. I've got the vocal range for that, surely. That's got multiple like characters to voice as well. That's got like an entire verse that's just spoken word, right? That would be awful. Yeah. Bring Marge back out. Yeah, could do Frozen. Yeah, definitely. I think that'd be good. Yeah, we'll have a think between now and next week what song to do. The best place to suggest songs is in the Discord. I think that's going to do us for tonight. I will see you all next Thursday, sometime between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the rest of your evenings and get some sleep. And apologies once again for this. Oh, and if you haven't already voted for Nikki for Horror Content Creator of the Year, you can go to thehorrorgameawards.com, find the Content Creator of the Year page, and go vote for Hogs Horror. She's my fiance. I repost her clips all the time, so hopefully you've seen some already. But she would really appreciate the support. So if you have a spare couple of minutes to go do that, that's very much appreciated. Have a lovely weekend. I will see you all next time. Goodbye. And hello to you people still on Twitch. You get the little extra post-stream whilst we find someone to raid onto. That said, I don't know who's going to be live. So let's have a look. Let's see if anyone who I follow is still streaming. Otherwise, we'll just end without a raid. Thank you for sticking around, Fox Whisperer. Lovely to have you here, and Tom and Samet and everyone else. Abelina, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you, everyone who's been sticking around this evening. Very much appreciated. And lovely to see some people here as always. Let's raid over to Alpaca Whacker, who's doing some Jackbox by the looks of things. That's always fun. And Witchpeas, thank you very much again for the sub. Let's get the raid going. No, I'll take it. Close enough, I'm sure. Have a lovely rest of your evenings. Enjoy Jackbox games with Alpaca Whacker. He's a wonderful streamer. I'm sure Jackbox will be a lot of fun. See you all next week. Have a lovely weekend, and apologies. Goodbye.